Wiggle.
So my name is Michael L Penman and I'm here in the SubBass studios. Today we're looking at the new brilliant Native Instruments Komplete Mark II keyboard. And in the past I've worked with a lot of keyboards which say they can do a lot of things, and I've heard stories from a lot of students along the same lines, and 9 times out of 10 they don't deliver. I'm happy to say that is not the case with this brand new Native Instruments keyboard. They have really outdone themselves, and I think this is going to be a new evolution in keyboard design, because I don't think I've ever been this excited over a new keyboard. Love getting excited about new synths, modular systems, drum machines, but this keyboard, I mean, this is going to really change the workflow in my studio. You can really use it to make your tracks a lot faster. And really that's what the goal is. You're basically trying to get ideas down from your brain into your DAW and then out to the world as quick as possible. You don't really want to be fiddling around as much. And the brilliant thing about it, you can really just be looking at the keyboard. With this amazing 4D encoder, you can actually scroll along each of your individual MIDI tracks within Ableton. And you can also go around your session and launch and record different clips at the same time. So basically you can do almost everything within the keyboard. You can also browse using the Komplete Kontrol software with all the different products which Native Instruments provide. Also, an amazing added bonus is a lot of vendors, including one of my favorites, tutor, are getting on board with this NKS system, and you'll eventually, hopefully, everyone will get on board, so you'll only need to open an instance of Kontrol Komplete and you can scan and browse all your available plugins within this one environment. Because I don't know about you, but I spend too much time loading and browsing presets from different manufacturers, from different synths from the manufacturers, and this is literally going to take a lot of that legwork out. So let's have a look at the browser. And one great thing is you can really home in on the type of instrument you want, the type of synth you want, the general sound feel of the synth. So for instance, I can go to our all types, I can go to bass, I can then from the subtypes look at, say, doing an analog type bass, and then from there with the encoder I can scroll through the presets. And with that, I can actually hear, with this brilliant new preview metadata with which Native Instruments has installed within the software, you can actually hear the presets. And I mean, this stops you having to load up a sound, bash away on your keyboard, figure out if it's a sound for you, and especially with large contact sample libraries, which can sometimes take a matter of minutes to load. You basically can hear if you're going to want to use it in the first place. So all I need to do is scroll with my encoder and find a sound I like. You'll actually see with this sound, it's got a little star next to it. That's because on the keyboard I've set it as my favorites. With that, you can actually click on the main star on your first screen in the browser keyboard, and it'll show you all the presets you've managed to favorite over time. And this is great because there's 18,000 sounds if you buy the Ultimate. That could take you a matter of days to search through. So why not, over time, start adding your favorites? I mean, it makes perfect sense to me. And now I can actually go and hear all these different analog-based presets I've saved, because it will save, as you'll notice on the keyboard, it's still on the bass and the subcategory analog, so you can basically home in on your favorite presets as well. And once you're ready, click the 4D encoder, load. And now I've got the software. This is loaded up Reactor's blocks, and I can then go and play it on the keyboard. But for me, I'm not the best keyboard player. I struggle sometimes to remember which notes I can play in which scales. And brilliantly, you can actually go in and select a scale function. You can also go in and edit the physical scale you want to use. So I'm going to choose G minor. And then on the keyboard, it's lighting up. You see the brighter lights for each of the Gs on each octave, and then it's showing me the keys I can play. We have a variety of different modes within this. We can actually have just a guide mode, which even if I play the wrong note, it will still sound it. So this is good if you're like me and I write a lot of techno. I quite like to use dissonant notes. And this will allow you to still do that, but still have the guide. If you're looking just to have everything locked in key, when I play this G sharp, it'll light up the G. When I play this B, it'll light up the B sharp, or B flat, I should say. So this is perfect for anyone looking to also teach themselves a basic music theory and having a guide to go along. Because there is a lot of software out there within Logic, Ableton, Cubase, which does allow you to lock your scales in, but you're not learning at the same point. This is going to be a great teaching tool. From there, we can actually also apply an Arp and Sequencer to this. So I'm going to switch on the Arp, I'm going to go into the edit mode, and from there we can try a few different Arp types. So I'm going to hold a few notes. And we can try a sequence. So you can really start to work in a way where you're not looking at the screen as much, and you're working to a way where we're more getting down to what they used to do in the early days of Detroit techno and Chicago house, where they'd be working with samplers, synths, drum machines, and not necessarily having any sort of screen there. You can really start to listen to your music. And I know that sounds obvious, but nowadays we can spend a little bit too much time worrying about how a track looks than it sounds. And this is going to take us away from looking at computer screens. So we've got a series of courses which take you from getting started with the keyboard, getting started with the software, all the way to giving you an in-depth knowledge of the software. This is run over a 4-week period with 8 lessons on a Saturday and Sunday. So those of you who are working 9 to 5 and want to get into music production, this will be a perfect course for you. And if you take this course at SubBass, you will actually get up to 50% off in all Native Instruments products. I look forward to seeing you at SubBass, and I highly recommend the brand new Native Instruments Komplete Mark II keyboard.